Welcome to this custom deep dive. We got a really fascinating stack of psychological and cultural analyses today, focusing on Homelander from The Boys.
Yeah, we really do. There's a lot to dig into here.
Right, and for you listening, our mission today is to dissect the mind of a manufactured superhero. We want to uncover exactly what he reveals about modern media, power, and society. So, okay, let's unpack this, starting with his clinical origins, because he wasn't just born this way, was he?
No, not at all. To really get the why behind him, you have to look at the sterile Vought International Lab where scientists raised him. I mean, he is essentially a corporate product diagnosed with complex PTSD.
And just to clarify that term for everyone, his trauma didn't come from one bad day.
Right, exactly. It came from a prolonged, inescapable childhood, totally deprived of human attachment. That creates this massive divide between his public and private life. We see those manufactured, smiling selfies with fans, but behind closed doors, he's so fractured, he aggressively argues with his own reflection.
In the mirror, yeah.
Right. He needs public adulation the way a solar panel needs the gun. He requires it just to survive his own profound insecurity.
So how does that profound insecurity actually manifest when he's forced to act like a hero in a real crisis? Take Transoceanic Flight 37, for instance.
That is such a prime example.
Publicly, Vought PR spun it as a tragedy where terrorists took the plane and Homelander arrived valiantly, but too late. But when you look at the source material of what really happened, he recklessly destroyed the flight controls himself with his heat vision.
And then forced Queen Maeve to abandon the passengers completely.
Just to protect his brand.
It's a chilling calculation. And it extends to his everyday interactions, too. Remember the scene with the hero blind spot?
Oh yeah, where he fakes that warm mentor persona.
Right, during the audition, only to violently destroy the blind hero's eardrums completely unprovoked. It's not just shock value. The analysis highlights society's, and specifically Homelander's, deep-seated ableism. He is absolutely terrified of physical vulnerability in others.
Because it reflects his own massive psychological fragility. Here's where it gets really interesting. The creators explicitly use Homelander as a satirical mirror for modern political mechanics.
They really do.
And regardless of whether you lean left or right, it is fascinating to look objectively at how the writers use the Vought News Network and pundits like Ron Colvin to show this. The real turning point in the analysis is his unhinged "I am better" speech.
Yeah, where he completely tosses the corporate script.
Right. He leans hard into inflammatory rhetoric and weaponized victimhood, and paradoxically, his popularity absolutely skyrockets.
What's fascinating here is how he compares to traditional heroes when he gets a taste of that massive power base. If you stack him up against a classic Superman or even a brutal alien conqueror like Omni-Man from the Invincible Universe,
right,
Homelander is actually the weakest iteration of the archetype. He has zero combat discipline.
Because he lives in a grounded world without equal cosmic threats.
Exactly. He's basically a highly coddled bully. The sources point out he is destined to physically and mentally shatter the moment someone actually challenges him.
And we're seeing those cracks form in his personal life, right? His inability to form healthy bonds pushes away his biological son, Ryan, who seemed to be the only person he genuinely cared about.
Which leaves him incredibly isolated and ripe for manipulation. Enter Sister Sage.
The hyper-intelligent strategist.
Yes. She figures out that the ultimate trap is actually giving him exactly what he wants. She treats him like Julius Caesar.
By practically handing him absolute authoritarian power.
Exactly. She gives him what he's been begging for, knowing full well his fragile ego will spectacularly buckle under the weight of real leadership.
So what does this all mean? Ultimately, Homelander is a cautionary tale about the immense danger of equating manufactured fear with genuine respect. It really asks you to reflect on how highly curated PR narratives and media algorithms shape your own real-world perceptions of authority figures.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it forces us to evaluate the structures that prop up these manufactured idols in our own lives.
What feeds their influence and how much of it is just an illusion. Which leaves you with a final provocative thought to ponder. If a manufactured god's absolute greatest weakness is a desperate infantile need for our external validation, what happened to his power the moment we simply choose to look away?